stop and searching, yeah, it's burning. All this passion hurts me. I took action working, writing down these words. No, I'm not okay, I just wanna be something. I don't wanna be nothing, living all alone. No, I'm not alright, I'm just barely getting by. But I'll tell you I'm just fine, so you leave me alone. They say I'm way too obsessed and I've got nothing left. And I'm not quite there yet, but those words they'll regret. Cause I've got something left and I'm not giving in. I will not let them win, I won't stop till the end, no.
Good evening, good morning, whatever. Hello. Hope everybody's having a wonderful week. I hope everybody's having a great weekend. God, what a wild ride, huh? Yeah, 2024 is so many memories. How about... So I'm willing to bet everybody has seen the guy leaping over the desk at the judge. Do you want to know what he said before that? Okay. So his name's Diober Redden? Alright, so what was wild was like, okay, so I want to because it's just the magical moment. The memes have gone crazy because like this guy full hearing. Because it was wild. He was basically saying like, God, come on. Mentally ill repeat offender. Oh yeah. No, I don't want to hear a news story about it. I want to hear the actual footage. Because he's in there and she's like looking at his rap sheet and he is violent, just completely disregards boundaries. Basically, all right. I want to find it because he's trying to tell the judge. So she's like, do you have anything to say for yourself before I pass sentence on you? And he's like, yeah, I really don't think I should go back to prison because, I'm trying to. I can't find the damn video. Oh, come on. I'm so not prepared. Come on, original video. Let's go. I love the thumbnails for these are great because it's all the exact same. It's just him mid leap. It's just him flying over her bench, which is scary, you know. And he is, you can, I mean, but just by looking at him, his original video, I could tell he didn't feel any. Is this it? No, it's 12 seconds. Oh, come on. I want to find the original because the way he was speaking during the original sentencing, where she asked him, she's like, all right, you're going to jail, but you know, do you need, it's all just the it's just, really, we need the giant red arrow to tell us where, you know, what to look at. Like, my god, man. Oh man. Why is this 11 hours? What the hell is this? Wait, what? Okay.
Success when supervised.
I appreciate that, but I think it's time that he gets a taste of something else because I just can't with that history. In accordance with the law.
In this case.
Okay. Mr. Redden, is there anything you want to say on your own behalf before I pronounce sentence?
Here we go.
So basically, I would like to tell the courts and everyone here, like, based on my criminal history, like, I feel that, like, I shouldn't be, like, sent to prison for a second.
Are you kidding me? Dude straight up said, I feel I shouldn't be sent to prison. He's got multiple felonies, misdemeanors, like battery. He's got all kinds of shit.
Have you looked at your criminal history? Have you looked at your criminal history?
I actually just, I looked at it.
I mean, you lived it, I
I
suppose.
just looked at it, yeah.
Yeah.
And, you know,
3 felonies, a gross, 9 misdemeanors, multiple DVs. Got a lot going on, sir.
yeah, I just figured, like,
Battery on a protected person, robberies, attempt home invasion. Go ahead, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I was just.
I just figure like I'm in a better place in my mind, in my mental health. I have a support system. I just got hired as a teamster for, you know, the union, you know, making $20 an hour. And like the reason behind every single domestic violence, I've been dealing with mental health, and I didn't know that I was dealing with mental health. And they put me in mental health court, and I still didn't know that I had a mental health problem until it was August 2022 when I realized I had a problem with this, and like having.
See, that's the problem I have with guys like him, is you have to know somewhere in your brain there has to be a voice, and if not, then you're even more dangerous. And they don't realize it when they're like, I didn't realize I had a problem. I just, you know, it's just they try to minimize it or justify it. Well, I was just making mistakes, and you know, or they blame their victims, which is the worst. They're like, well, she made me angry. She said things to me, you know, or they antagonized me, or they instigated things. It's like a responsible adult knows not to act on those impulses. Like you have to understand, if it's not in self-defense and somebody wrongs you, and then you sit there and you wait a week, 2 weeks, and you're monitoring their activity, you're stalking them, you're breaking into their home, like you're just doing things to terrorize them. Like you are, why am I a ghost? Why am I like half? I hate it when I wear a black shirt. My chroma key fucks it up so bad. It's like, Speaking to you from the void. I should fuck with it a little bit more. But um there we go. It's a little better. Now I can just kind of blend in with the background. I look like what's his name? Gotti from you were somebody I used to know. That music video. Um like he's just trying to like be like, well, I'm a lot better off now. You know, all those things were because I didn't know I had a mental health problem, and it was when, because this was earlier this year. This was with January what, 3rd, 4th, some shit. Dude has probably been in and out of the court system for the past 2 or 3 years on some of these charges, and they put him once he got into what the mental health court, or he was court ordered counseling or whatever he's referring to, because I haven't even looked at his paperwork yet. But I think what he did, he's trying to use that as a way to excuse his behavior. Be like, well, I had a mental illness, it's mental health problems, and like they think that excuses it, and like that's the problem. Is there are people who have legit mental health problems who can better themselves with treatment, or more rehabilitation versus punishment. This guy is well aware that he is violent, he's selfish, he has no impulse control, and is only worried about himself. Has the balls to stand in this courtroom and start saying that like he's in a better place in life, he just got a new job, he's doing all these things to like better himself. But it's like, if you knew you had a problem, you wouldn't have hurt other people and gotten what, 3 felonies and 9 misdemeanors. Most of it is violence and home invasion. Like he's a fucking menace, and just terrorizes people that he comes into contact with that wrong him.
In a dictionary, and like understanding myself, getting to know myself a little better, and applying it to my personality, and having an epiphany at that moment, in those instances, and just like trying to learn from my mistakes.
These weren't mistakes, bro. Like, you knew what you were doing. You did it over and over and over again. You hurt people. You violated people multiple different ways, and he wants to sit here and try to like use, and he's trying to make himself sound smarter than he is. He's trying to recall like what his therapist has said, or his counselor has said, or his attorney, and it's just like, you go in there, you tell him, you're learning from your mistakes. These were, it's all lessons. You've learned it. You're gonna be a better person now.
I feel like I shouldn't be sent to prison, but if it's appropriate for you, then you have to do what you have to do. But I figure that, if I'm in a better place in my life, I'm not doing drugs, I'm not out there committing crimes now, and I feel like I should be.
But he probably isn't committing crimes because he's got multiple restraining orders. He's probably being monitored somehow, some way, or he's been in like protective custody for like months on end, and he's just like, well, I'm not committing crimes now. It's like, well, bitch, you're in prison. You're like not in prison, but you're being held in jail. Yeah, you can't commit crimes. They probably let him out on bond for this, for this sentencing, but this is a sentencing hearing. Like, you are absolutely guilty of these crimes, and it's like, instead of owning what you did and say, you know what, Your Honor, I understand that I've hurt people, and I need time to reflect and to work on myself, and if being removed from society is adequate, then I'm gonna take, I fully accept my culpability. I accept the sentence being, that you'll hand down. I do want to become a better person, and I understand that I have to pay my debt to society first. And a lot of these guys do this shit, and it's like, you want to go around and you want to hurt people, and then try to seek empathy or pity and make it be like, well, I couldn't handle it, I have a mental health problem, and I'm trying to do good, and being sent to prison is gonna, it's really gonna be a speed bump on my road to recovery. And it's like, well, I'm sorry, but if you have this clarity now, you should have. If you knew you were dangerous, and that how you were having these urges, you would have sought treatment on your own, and not broke into people's houses and hurt people and all this shit. Like,
Give it a shot.
I appreciate that, but I think it's time that you get a taste of something else because I just can't with that history. In accordance with the laws of the state of Nevada, this court.
No, fuck that bitch. Hey!
and there we go. After all that, trying to sound, sympathetic and, Your Honor, I'm really trying. That's him. That's the real him. He will go after anybody who wrongs him or any perceived slight. He will. This is the kind of reaction you're gonna. And I can't imagine, this isn't a court of law. He knows he's got one shot at that judge to do what? Throw a couple of punches, make her. And what does he think's gonna happen? Like, does he actually believe that she's gonna be fearful and be like, you know what? You're right, Mr. Redden. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna let you go. You made your point. I'm so sorry. And it's because it's worked before. He's hurt people, and they have given him what he wants out of fear that he's gonna do it again. Stop showing my search history. You don't need to see that. But that's what I mean. Like, that the mask came off. This is the real him. He is violent. He is extremely reckless. Like, this dude he has to know that, like, you're attacking a judge. You crossed a line. She's a protected person. And I think she's over 60, which is an additional, like, level of felony that he gets slapped at the next court hearing that he goes to. Oh, is this just repeat for 12 hours? This is great. This is awesome. We get to relive the same moment over and over again. Let's see how many times. Does it show us the most replayed? Because I like how, what is this, 5 hours, 14 minutes? It's 6 hours and 20 minutes. It's the exact same shot. It's the same one where she's there, and then she's not. Like, and they're wrestling with him over there. It's scary. I mean, she got, he was able to get they were on him quick, but it wasn't fast enough. Like, he hurt her. But it's just, it blows my mind that, and he had the absolute, and people are like, oh my God, it's like, how can he? It's because he does have a mental illness. He's probably narcissistic. He's probably, there are certain traits that he doesn't see past step A. Step A is, I want freedom. She's saying no. So fuck it. I'm going to hurt her because she wronged me. It's like, this is why he needs to go away for a long time. Like, he needs serious rehabilitation. It's like, I don't know if you can even cure that. He's going to have to go through some shit in prison. And probably, I'm willing to bet he hasn't had, like, nobody's done to him what he's done to others. I'm willing to bet that that's the case. Like, he's been able to hurt people physically and hasn't gotten it back. So he's going to big boy prison, and it may take an ass whooping in the cafeteria for him to realize and be like, yeah, this kind of sucks. This is what I've been doing to people. And, spitting out one of his teeth and being like, yeah, I don't want to be this. Or worse. I mean, who knows? Who the fuck knows? He's out of it, though. He is seriously ill, because him to stand there and then just get like that, like, that's scary. But that reminds me of the greatest court transcript ever. It's terrifying in a way, but it's so comical when it's read in Rick and Morty's voice. Denver Allen Fenton. So there was this guy, Denver Allen. He is just like this guy. He is a complete psychopath. Denver Fenton. Yeah, this was back in the day too. Man who provoked judge pleads guilty to what? All right, so yeah, this was wild. So there's this guy, right? He murdered a guy in prison, I think, in the jail. Yes. Told the newspaper Allen used the killing of his much smaller cellmate to boost his jail reputation. Yeah. Floyd County. I mean, he's yeah. Yeah, so basically what he at his in a 2016 hearing, he went after this other judge, right? And somebody had sent the transcript to the to Justin Roiland of Rick and Morty, and he fell in love with it. Like he was like, this is the greatest thing I've ever read, because it's real. It's a fucking transcript. The guy's telling the judge to fuck himself and this, that, and the other, and yeah. I don't know. I'm gonna probably have to interrupt this a lot.
The courtroom.
All right. Yeah, we're probably gonna have to interrupt this a lot. But let's go for it. Let's have some fun.
Of Judge Morty Durham Jr. The people are real. The cases are real. The rulings are final. This is his courtroom.
Do you understand? I believe that your case. Okay, okay, Mr. Allen.
Right.
I believe that your case was going to trial.
The greatest thing about the court transcripts is all the verbal tics of ordinary human language are in there. The the stutters, the misspoken words, and then the corrections. So like, it's like your trial was, and then like when they're getting cut off, and like the stenographer had to work overtime on this one. This was great.
Well, not this Monday, but the following Monday. Do you understand that?
Yes,
Okay, I tell you, if you need to tell me something, I'll let you come up here to the podium so you can speak into the microphone and I can hear you.
Yes, the attorney here, I'm wanting to fire him.
Uh-huh.
And, I don't feel like he's doing any...
Who are you going to hire?
I'm not going to hire nobody. I'm going to try to get a different public defender.
There isn't... You have a right to an attorney.
This lawyer has...
You don't have a right to a specific attorney.
I feel bad, man. Public defenders, I don't know if that's the normal... All right. Lawyer career path. Okay. Let's go to raise.me, whatever the fuck this is. Advancement. Newly hired attorneys usually start as associates and work on teams with more experienced lawyers. After several years, some lawyers may advance to partnership. Those who do not advance in their firm may be forced to leave, a practice commonly known as up or out. Median pay. How much do lawyers make? 118 grand. That's median pay. That's not horrible. Because, I mean, but obviously the ceiling for lawyers is so high, like for their pay, for their salary. Oh, God. And I mean, here in Florida, I'm it's like that everywhere, honestly. I don't know why I say Florida, but everywhere it's personal injury lawyers, because they have it figured out. You get into a car accident, oh man, you better not be at fault, or you are so fucked. The other person you hit, if it's bad enough, they're going after everything, and it can get nasty. But I'm wondering why public defenders. All right, public defender salary. Ooh, that's not good. I make almost that much as a fucking mailman. So public defenders make around between 50 and 80K from what I'm seeing on like Indeed and salary.com. So it's like 50 to maybe 100K top end, and that's in big metropolitan area, big I'm thinking that would be like if you were a county or a state public defender, for state cases. I would think you would probably get a decent amount for the type of work you're going to do, because if it's a state case and they have to get a public defender, what the fuck? What'd they do, crash into a fucking toll booth? Like, what kind of cases are you trying where you commit a crime that's on a state level and you have to get a public defender? Why aren't you just pleading? Why are you fighting this? Like, why? What is wrong with you?
This lawyer has made sexual advances on me. He's misrepresenting my case. He told me if I wanted him to do a good job, I had to let him give me oral sex. He's had doctors at Central State Hospital put a false diagnosis on me.
Okay, I know Mr. Wyatt pretty well, and I don't think he has the ability to make doctors at Central State do.
See, this is why. And that's what partially, Hollywood is partially to blame, because they're able to spin these narratives and these movies, and it's just like, oh my God, everybody is connected. It's a whole shadow organization that runs the government and courts. Everybody's in cahoots. Everybody, it's, if you do something they don't like and the whole system turns against you, oh, they're gonna it's like, no, there's no grand conspiracy for that kind of shit. None. And but for him to be like, yeah, no, my public defender had doctors put a false diagnosis on me, and it's like, he's a public fucking defender. He barely is. He's living paycheck to paycheck. Number one, he can't grease any palms, and number two, who the fuck, what kind of clout and what kind of connections does a fucking public defender have?
Do anything.
Well, they did it.
They don't have
He's
shit.
the one that had me sit down there.
Well, they may have done it, but I don't think that he had anything to do with it.
All right, well, he won't give me the discovery. There's things in discovery he's supposed to give me the incident and told me that it was the discovery.
Okay.
They're alternating documents that I've read.
If you want the indictment, I'll make sure you get a copy of the indictment.
No, I'm saying I got the indictment, but he's not complying with discovery.
Okay.
Dude, it's your attorney. This guy, this is why, like, guys like him, they're slippery. They sometimes get away with this shit once or twice. They're able to, finagle around the courts. Like, they know just enough to fuck around. But this guy's a moron, but he's able to, like, he knows enough of the system to kind of be like, oh, well, he's not complying with discovery. He didn't give me everything. I was supposed to have access to all the documents associated with this case. Like, everything that was in his discovery package, I'm supposed to have access to. And it's like, you did. But he's scrambling because he's trying to, and see, I don't know if, and see, I can't tell, is all of this on purpose? Or is he really this fucking dumb to not know that, like, is he just trying to sound crazy, or is he legitimately crazy and thinks his lawyer is just against him?
Hey,
I'm supposed to get the autopsy report, the coroner report, pictures of the crime scene.
Coroner report?
Criminal background records. I want.
Is this a murder?
In the county jail.
Okay.
Yeah,
I love how the judge is like, wait, what are we talking about here? What happened? Why do you need all this shit? And they're like, wait, was this a murder? He's like, yeah, in the county jail.
Supposed to get the criminal background records, investigational summaries.
Mr. Wyatt, what discovery do you...
See, that right there, he knows what he's talking about. He knows what he's supposed to have access to. Everything his lawyer is privy to, he's privy to. And he knows enough to be like, I'm supposed to get this. I'm supposed to get this. These are my rights, blah, 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 blah. So it's like,
do you have?
I've given him everything I have.
You've given him everything you have?
Yes, sir.
He's given you everything.
This is a murder case, and this is a murder case, and you're telling me the only thing on discovery is a 4-page indictment?
I don't think he's saying that. I think he's saying he's given you everything he has.
He ain't giving me no autopsy report. He ain't giving me no coroner's report. He ain't giving me...
Well, it may be that he doesn't have that. I don't know.
That's what I've been trying to get. He didn't give me pictures of the crime scene. I've seen other people go to trial.
Bro, why do you need pictures of the crime scene? That was your cell. You are quite familiar with it.
On murder charges, I've seen what you're supposed to get. I'm not going to...
And see, and that too, like, these guys, like, they're in court all the time. If he's a career criminal or whatever, like, they're in court all the time. So they see proceedings, and they're crafty. Some of them really know what they're getting into and what they can get away with, and what how to work the system to like prolong proceedings and get continuances and to just delay and stall, and then we got to do paperwork the right way, and this wasn't filed right, and and usually the lawyers are like, but this dude wants to be rid of him. He's a public defender. He probably has 17 clients. Like, he's got 4 more hearings today just to deal with. He is so over it.
Work with this attorney.
Well,
it's not gonna happen. I'm not going to trial with this attorney.
Well, you've got 2 choices. 1, you can go to trial with them, or 2, you can try the case yourself. Now, I definitely completely think that's...
And I've got a right to have...
Wait a minute. Listen to me. That would be the biggest mistake you've ever made in your life.
So basically, you're sitting here telling me
now
you're gonna find me guilty if I go to trial and try to defend myself?
You're probably right. That would be my guess if you try to defend yourself. You don't know anything about selecting a jury, do you?
No.
Do you know anything about cross-examining witnesses?
No.
Do you know anything about criminal procedure?
I know I don't have to let...
Do you know anything?
This guy suck my...
Let...
And then it goes to... He falls apart. Because it's like, you don't know what you're getting into. Because who was what was his name? Darrell Brooks. Yep, that's him. So, the guy that attacked the parade back in, in 2021, Darrell Brooks, this motherfucker, this guy is infuriating. I mean, look at this fucking guy. This is him. This is him in court defending himself. Look at that. If that's not the face of an innocent man, I don't know what is. The whole system's on trial. But, like, look at the boxes that he's got. He's doing, and he's defending himself. From what I remember, I think he did. I believe, because he, I think, did the same thing. What Darrell Brooks defends himself. So early on in the trial, he fired his attorneys, he fired his lawyers, and began representing himself through jury selection. I can't imagine. And of course, he was the same way, combative, constantly just screaming over the other attorneys while they're trying to present their case. He wasn't objecting. He was just being disruptive. He had to get kicked out of the courtroom of his own proceedings and be on video conference so they could mute his ass. Like, he's another one. And this motherfucker drove through the parade and killed I don't know how many people. And the evil that's in some people. And then he had the nerve to get up there and think he could just, and again, these guys are so fucking oblivious, but like,
To get some legal representation.
You know something? I'll be honest, Mr. Allen. I really don't believe that.
Well, I'm not concerned if you believe it or not. I'm supposed to have a right to an attorney, and I'm not gonna work with this.
That's
attorney.
what I mean. This is all from the transcript. This is this. I don't think this proceeding was videoed. I don't believe so, because it was state of Georgia. It was I don't think there's footage of this. I think it's just the transcript. So they recreated it as with just this, and it's the interruptions. I think they nailed it.
That's up to you.
So I hold myself in contempt if you try to pull me up here to court with that attorney.
That's fine. I mean, that's up to you. I told you what your choices are. You can go to trial.
I'm just telling you.
Listen to me.
I'll hold myself into contempt.
Listen to me.
You.
Listen to me.
Go yourself. I'm through here. Y'all done?
I'm finding you in contempt of court.
I don't care.
I know you don't, and I sentence you to 20 days for that.
We're 4 minutes in. This goes on for another 5.5 minutes.
And if you say anything else, I'm gonna add 20 days for everything you say.
You.
40 days.
You again.
60.
Go yourself.
A year.
Your mama.
10 years.
Suck my.
You know something? This is gonna be an interesting trial.
Oh yeah?
Oh yeah.
You're not supposed to smile in court. You know that if you smile,
I can smile anytime I want.
It's a violation. Now you're cussing and yelling at me.
I have not cussed.
Yeah, you did.
I am yelling.
Well, go yourself. Suck my.
That's why I'm yelling.
Suck my.
You know something? You are absolutely the rudest person I think I've ever met.
You reckon if I let you suck my that I could get a fair trial here?
Who does this? Who gets into court and then just does this with the judge? That's what I mean. That's these our brains are so weird, because like when I'm in a court, if I'm in a courtroom and I didn't choose to be there, you best believe I am polite, I am courteous, I am very proper and respectful, and I am trying to be as non-threatening as possible. This dude is just going in there, and he's dropping nuclear bombs. He just immediately pushed the red button immediately.
Oh, I don't think so.
I got a big now, and if I pull it out,
I don't think that's gonna get you a fair trial unless you have
I'm done.
every one of the jurors do it.
I don't think that mouth is big enough, sir. I've got a big old donkey.
You know, I'm sure mine's not.
I've got a big old donkey for that ass.
Good. I'm sure the women love it.
I don't girls.
Oh no. I'm sorry.
Because like in the in that first one with the Las Vegas judge, you could hear the stenographer just like just going crazy. I can't imagine what this was like. They must have had 2 of them, and they had to compare notes afterwards. They're like, "Oh, you missed a fuck you in there. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's when he cut him off and told him about the 20 days." Like,
oh, I'm sorry. You prefer men.
I boys.
You prefer men, right?
I white boys.
You white or black?
White boys.
Oh, butt boys
with big butts.
Oh, of course. You know, you look like a queer.
Well, okay. So now you're calling me a queer in the courtroom?
I didn't call you one. I said you looked like one.
the judge is starting to slip, man. He's starting to slip. He's playing right into his hand.
You're yelling.
Do you understand the English language?
Wait, you're yelling. You're laughing.
Do you understand the English language?
This is kangaroo court, sir.
Do you? You know what? No, we're not in Australia.
I mean, if you want to suck my, you can do it any time now. We can get this court ordered.
You're so smart.
Because I'm willing to bet there's little notes where it's like judge laughs, and it's like there's like little stage direction. These transcripts are great sometimes to read, because it's like, and what's funny is that it's so off-putting because it's like state of Georgia versus Denver Fenton Allen case SC 145-6J, and date of on this day and 16th of June 20, whatever. It's very proper. It's on proper letterhead, and then it has like court whatever judge judge whatever presiding, and then it's immediately like Mr. Allen says, "Oh, yes, I'm here, Judge," and blah blah, and then it just to like all caps to like emphasize their yelling. It's just like, fuck you. It's like, oh, you look like a queer, and it's like,
we have to court order
this is a court
You're
of
so
law.
funny. You're so cute.
Can we get a court order to get my sucked, sir?
You're so cute. I know all the inmates just love you to death.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I bet.
All the white butt boys love me to death, too.
Okay, well, I'll bet
White
they do,
butt
and I bet all
boys.
the rest of them do too.
You ain't supposed to smile in court.
I'll bet everybody enjoys sucking your.
You ain't supposed to be smiling in court. That's a violation.
I can smile anytime my dadgum want to.
Now you're yelling at me again.
I am. I'm yelling.
You're getting mad.
Can you hear me?
You're shaking.
I am yelling at you.
Well, reckon you can suck my
Yelling.
Can you take a break?
Yelling.
Can you take a break?
I'm yelling at you.
Can you take a break?
Yelling.
Can I get my sucked?
Can you hear me? Yelling.
Can I get my sucked?
This judge, I mean, I think they reprimanded him, but I think the review board, what do they call it, the judicial review board or whatever, was like, yeah, no, he was this was a lot of stress, because this isn't even the worst of it. I think that's coming up.
Are you ready to suck now? Have you got it all out?
You know something?
You will, but you want me to you in the butt then, right?
Oh my goodness, you've got plenty of that over in jail.
I could see it in you when I came in the courtroom.
Okay, that's fine. You're gonna be here on. Let me tell you how this is gonna work. You're gonna
You
be.
ain't gonna tell me shit.
Listen.
Suck my
Shut up. Listen to me.
Suck my you man.
Listen.
Suck my
You
You will be
man.
here in the court on
You'll
Monday.
be here sucking my
You will listen to me
Go
now.
yourself.
Okay, I'm going to tell you how this is gonna work. You either listen or not. I don't care.
I'm through. Can I leave the courtroom?
No.
No, you've got to stay here.
No, I'm not talking to the bastard.
We are going to have the trial Monday week.
No, the we are. I ain't going to trial with this lawyer present.
Listen, if you do not.
Suck my you stinking ass cracker.
If you act like this, I will send you out of the courtroom.
Old bitch ass cracker.
And leave you out of the courtroom during the trial.
Horse ass cracker.
Do you understand
Horse
that?
ass sucking ass.
Do you understand
big
that?
butt
Do you understand
man
that?
ass cracker.
Do you understand that?
Getting mad, ain't you?
Stupid.
Red face.
Listen.
Now you're calling me stupid.
The animator for this should have made his face like getting redder and redder and redder, and like the vein popping out, because I'm willing to bet that's what it was. This dude is being incredibly standoffish, and judges, usually people are super respectful. They command a very powerful position of authority, so they, in courtroom proceedings, it's always your honor, yes, your honor, yes, yes, it's always your honor. And if the court pleases, you never address them by their name. It's
Listen, yes I am.
This is kangaroo court.
You know what? You have a constitutional right to be a dumbass.
Why don't you jump up on the stand
You have a
and jump
constitutional
around
right
like
to be a dumbass.
kangaroo, you dumb bastard.
Well, if you-
Suck my I ain't listening to nothing you say.
Come in here Monday
And
weekend.
how about this? I'll kill your whole family. When I get in this trial, I'll
And there
murder
we
your
go.
whole family. I'll
There we
cut
go.
your children up into pieces. I'll knock their brains out with a hammer and feed them to you.
Are you taking this down?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm going to refer you to the district attorney's office.
I don't give a who you're referring to.
I'm just telling you.
I thought you were referring to my mother.
what? Okay.
Aggravated assault, terroristic
Swaggy
threats,
waggy.
and we'll just
I
add
don't give
to
a
it.
I will murder you, your whole family, your kids. I am not supposed to be in jail. I was framed. That motherfucker asked me to eat his ass for a bag of coffee.
Well,
I'm sorry, what? I mean, depends on the coffee, but holy shit, man. But like, that's what I mean. Like, he just was like taunting the judge, and then just being really, stubborn and belligerent, and then he did that, and he just goes with it for like another 2 minutes, and yeah, he went. I believe he was sentenced to life for the original crime, which was the murder. Because then they when they did his trial, his defense, and that's what I hate, is like guys like these, like he's getting all pissed off at his public defender, and it's like, dude, look what I have to work with. You fucking psycho, who's actually insane, but basically doesn't care that he's dangerous and and just off his fucking rocker. But everybody wants to be like, well, I don't want to get into like gun control, issues like that. But what I am for is common sense reform. If you have a certain criminal history, man, I'm sorry, you pose a threat to the community. Your rights don't mean more than everybody else's safety. I mean, there has to be some compromise, and it's like it is not end all be all, because okay, fine, the wording of the Second Amendment is Second Amendment wording. Well-regulated militia, being necessary to the security of a free state, to the right of the people to keep and bear arms, shall not be infringed. Okay. A well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state. The security of a free state. If we are in a militia society and we have a fucking maniac who goes around and hurts his fellow countrymen or neighbors or anybody else who is supposed to be, everybody's part of the state, if he is now a threat to them, I mean, it's pretty clear he poses a threat to the security. Then his rights aren't being infringed. Ours are being protected, because that's the point of the Second Amendment, is to provide for the security of a free state. If we have wackos out there with any kind of weapon they want, and people will be like, well, it's not guns. They could kill you with a knife or a truck or a bomb. It's like, yeah, they could. You're right. But if they have the pattern of someone who is violent, then maybe keep them from getting the gun. That's what I'm saying. Like, you're not hurting a person. You're not infringing their rights. They have already done that. They have forfeited those rights because they pose a threat to the security of a free state. That's how I see it. I see it as you have to be willing to kind of step on some toes to protect everybody else's. I don't think people are out of pocket, out of line for asking that. If someone has violent misdemeanors, or not, well, misdemeanors, it's hard. It's hard to say. You know, you would have to, you can't, and again, you make these grand blanket statements and policies like it doesn't apply to every single person every single time. But if you have violent felonies that resulted in property damage or bodily harm to someone, and you were at fault, I'm okay with you not owning a gun. I feel better with one person not having access to guns. That way people don't have the potential of getting hurt. Because if the argument is, well, good guy with a gun stops a bad guy with a gun, you're right. So maybe just try to limit the bad guys with guns. It would be nice if it was just good guys with guns, because there are a shit ton of responsible gun owners, a fuck ton of them, and they're the ones who get, they're the ones who suffer anytime there's like the assault weapons ban, or the government regulates certain types of ammunition or gun modifications or something. It's like, it's the responsible gun owners who don't have this weird bloodlust where it's like, they're part of the gun culture, but at the same time they are itching to be open carry so that they can go to like a Chipotle and stop a robbery. Like, it's weird. Like, some people are so ready to try and become heroes, and it's like, that's not what heroes do. Like, they don't go looking for trouble. Heroes just step up when trouble finds them. That's what heroes, because it's just ordinary people. I would much rather see people, helping out. Okay, now we're back. Damn cat. My cat touched my keyboard, hit one of my key bindings. But yeah. So anyway, like, that whole argument, I think, is just going to be, it's one of those, it's hard to have a debate with people, because some people just feel really strongly about certain opinions. And for me, it's like, I agree. I don't want people to not be able to protect themselves, because yeah, criminals will get guns no matter what. And so it's like, yeah, you can't live in a fairy tale where everybody's good and there's no more guns, so there's no more violence. It's like, no, it still would, because they exist, the violence with them will exist. But the same argument can be made. It's like, yeah, you're right. People can kill people with any number of things. However, the gun is specifically designed to kill people. It's designed to kill. Like, whether it's hunting, but wasn't the gun first developed for warfare? I mean, the bow and arrow, I believe, was first designed for hunting. It was incorporated into warfare because it already existed, and it killed other living things. So it was just like, oh, well, it makes sense to bring it over into warfare because, like, duh, gives you an advantage. But the gun was specifically invented in China for war. It was not invented to hunt. You're not out there hunting. Thank you. You're not out there hunting pheasant and, oh my god. How are cats so clumsy? Some of them are so graceful, and yet. But anyway, but the mental health system that exists is a fucking joke. It is such a joke. Because I don't know if guidance counselors are still a thing, and I don't know what their job description would be now. Is it literally just to tell kids, yeah, you should go to college? Why don't you should go to trade school? It's like, it used to be like they would seek out the guidance counselor, or if somebody was cutting up in class, they would get recommended to go see them, and they would be, somebody different to talk to. They would give them a kind of a quieter atmosphere, maybe able to break down any emotional barriers, and maybe get some insight into what's causing certain behavioral issues. Now it's like they don't really, it seems like people just don't give a shit. You could be suffering in silence. Like that guy, he was just like, well, I have a mental health issue. It's like, because you were told. And so and I hate when people like him will take that and be like, oh, see, I'm not to blame. It's my mental health. I can't be held responsible. And I don't know why a lot of people think pleading insanity is like better than just going to regular prison. Because if you do, get found not guilty by reason of insanity, you go to a mental health hospital for the rest of your life. And that is worse because it is forced medication. It's even more of a controlled environment. And because you now have to either keep up the facade of being crazy, or they determine that you are mentally sound, and depending on the gravity of your the severity of your crimes and whatever, they may be able to retry you. I don't know. I know it's double jeopardy, but they might be able to get you on like perjury, or they may be, who knows. But it's just wild that there's such a mental health crisis, and it's brushed away because it's like, hey guys, check it out, Taylor Swift. And it's like, I mean, we should be more focused on what the average person deals with, not necessarily a celebrity who, or rich people in general who can provide for themselves. And I don't know. All right, how does that sound? Is that better? I hope so. Okay. All right, I'm going to get a quick drink, and then we'll come back. We'll play some stuff, maybe watch some more videos and talk a little bit. So I will be right back. Okay, we're back. Yeah, my Death Knight still needs some love. Lay down. Please lay down. There you go. Fall on your side. Come on. I love. It's like a game trying to get my cat to lay down. If I rub her a certain way, she'll like roll on her side into it, and then if she's tired enough, she'll just kind of lay there and stay in that position. It's like, all right, bring her down. But all right, I need gloves really bad. All right, where's some good gloves? And there's an axe. Yeah, it looks like we're going Waycrest again. Actually, you know what? Let's do my key. Let's do Mikey, and then see if I can get a group, you know, or change my key to change my key. Hi, my name's Michael Hunt, and before you make that joke, I've heard it a million times. I just think, Your Honor, I shouldn't be sent to prison for a second time because, you know, I'm a good person. Well, I think I'm gonna send, you know, I think you get a taste of something different because, you know, I just can't with that record. Oh man, fuck that bitch. Like, but the memes were great. I think my all-time favorite, I need to see if I can find it. Las Vegas Judge meme Lion King. Damn it. Yes. Yes. Okay. Here it is. All right. So the best one I've seen is of it's this part, and it was like POV. You're the judge you're the Las Vegas judge. That is so wrong for him. It was too good. Holy shit. But yeah, the meme game has just been on fire the past year and a half. Because last summer, and I was in it, those submarine memes were just, it was like an obsession. Because so many people were like, yeah, man, fuck those rich people. Fuck them. They chose to go down there. And they chose to be with this fucking weirdo who's a... He even said, he was like, I'm not an engineer. I'm not a blah, blah, blah. And he's like, I'm just... He was one of those guys who was just like, you know what? I'm special because I figured it out. I'm really the genius, okay? All these scientists and engineers and physicists, I was able to just do my own thing, and I still got it. I made it work. I made it. It's like, yeah, you also, it worked the first few times, but like that submarine design was, because I had never heard of it before, but apparently it had issues, before that, catastrophic wouldn't even be decompression, it would just be explosive compression at that point, because it was, and I saw a simulation of it, and based on the physics of the materials, the depth and the pressure, it was so fast that by the time they noticed water, that would have been the last thing their brains would have, that would have been, if their brains had survived, right, like a black box, the last thing they would have seen would have been the first like bit of water coming in, because then the hull just immediately just collapsed. And I think the lag time between your eyes and your brain is like 150 milliseconds. There is a lag time, because your brain has to construct and analyze what the visual data is that it's seeing, but there is a little bit of delay. But that was even faster. He said it was like, I think it was 20 milliseconds from start to finish that explosive compression happened. So they didn't even see it. They didn't feel it. They didn't nothing. They were turned into just goo and bone shards, because they said they recovered remains from it. But what does that mean? It would have been just random assortments of just fluids and maybe some teeth. I mean, it couldn't have been much. There we go. But yeah, so I mean, I was in it last summer. I didn't care. I was like, nah, I feel no sympathy for these people. I felt bad for the kid, because it was that billionaire's kid that went with him. But that's what I mean. It's like, these people live such a privileged life. They went to the wreck of the Titanic on the ocean floor as a vacation, and people are like, well, they're explorers, they're pioneers. It's like, no, they're not. They were not licensed or experienced, no, that's not what they were. They were just extremely privileged to be able to afford that, because it's $250,000 for the trip. That's insanity. What are we doing, dog? He's getting these couple extra mobs. So I mean, I get it, but like that, because when I saw that, I was like, there's no way. We all, New Year's Eve and New Year's Day, we're like, okay, it's been a wild, crazy year. Maybe things will start to kind of like go back to normal. Dude, really? Took him out of my death and decay, you motherfucker. But when I saw that, I was just like, man, we are stuck in the dark timeline. What the hell happened? I seriously think it's whenever Donald Trump became president. When he won, I was just like, no fucking way. What are we doing, dog? Did he disconnect? Oh, he's back. I guess he wants to go this way. Cool. And he dashes out. Come on, man. hate these storms. Got him. You're crazy, dude. And he pulls him out of my Death and Decay again. God damn it, man. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh god. Yeah, you can't do that shit, man. You can't pull like that. How's he dead here? I mean, I like you cut, G, but not that much. Pull one or the other. Yep, pull him out of the bubble. Pull them out of the bubble, dude. Ugh, this is why I don't like people tanking. Like, I want to have fun on my damage characters, but then I look at other tanks and I'm like, ugh. This is my competition. It's good to know that they suck. Go. All right. Shut up. Nice. Whew. God, look at this other dude that ain't making me look like garbage. God, 162. What was his item level? 430? I'm at 444. This makes me does not make me feel good. All right, that's not so bad. Yeah, I don't think I should be sent back to prison because, you know, started working for the Teamsters, you know, making 20 something an hour and blah 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 blah. Fuck that bitch. Oh boy. I hate that. I hate that so much. Shut up. Just the random lag spikes. It's, look at that. Horrible. But I guess it's just the game? Yeah. Just the game. Cool. At least I'm not disconnecting like that guy. Go, man, go. Go, man, go. There we go. Good lord. Get the blood! Get in the blood! Jesus. That's what I hate. This fight takes fucking ever if people don't get the blood. Or they get it too early. Oh my god, this team. Good lord, it's about damn time. Die, die, die. Shh. If she had done transfusion, we would have been fucked.
My thanks for killing the priestess. You have only succeeded in strengthening.
Those storms are super annoying. They don't really hurt all that much. I mean, they do a little bit of damage, but Jesus, they're just annoying because it throws you up in the air. So if you're trying to like get out of something, good luck. God, I wonder what Taylor Swift's doing at the game today. She must be really cold, you know, in her precious, you know, skybox or whatever she's in. Really, dog? Yeah, somebody mentioned earlier that like they don't cut, the camera doesn't cut to her as much anymore, and I'm wondering why. Because if it's beneficial from a financial standpoint, like the NFL could give a shit. It's like whatever, you know, she's putting butts in the seats, we're moving merch, you know, just keep, keep looking at her every time there's a, you know, any kind of delay in the game. Instead of cutting to the guys who are, you know, the commentators or the analysts or anybody that's, you know, involved in the actual event that's going on, they're like, what's Taylor talking about? Who shipped it? Yep, there's Taylor with her, you know, her friend, or, you know, so-and-so and her entourage. Like, it's like, you know, where are you going, Doc? Yeah, the lag is real. Hiya! Oh shit! Tank, where are you, dog? They came out of nowhere. They went for that priest like those, like that fucking. That priest got stabbed like Derek Chauvin in prison. They came out of the showers and just shanked him. Which, you know what, man? Good on him. That's, you know, hey, you know, shit happens. Maybe don't kill somebody like that, you know? Just saying. Thanks, a little brave, huh? Shit. It sucks. I hate these storms, man. Oh, get out of here, dude. Oh, come on, man. And they're not watching their totems. Just killing the shit. Nope, not gonna make it. Ugh. Come on, man. You have got to be fucking kidding me, priest. This motherfucker. This is so stupid. So we have to kill these totems at the exact same time, and we keep doing this Three Stooges shit. This is ridiculous, man. Finally. Jesus Christ. That took forever. We still have to kill the dinosaur boss. Oh man, yeah, we might need to time this. I gotta fix my UI. I hate this shit. It's all clustered over here.
I can reboot you, but when you die, there will be no coming back.
We gotta get the dinosaur. What are you guys doing? This is gonna be tight. This is gonna be real tight. What are you doing, dude? Get him next to the wall. There you go. There you go. Nice. All right.
Razan was a powerful lord. Perhaps you will make a worthy sacrifice for you.
I fell down a rabbit hole recently with watching like church memes, and again, I can't tell. To me, the best comedy is when it's unintentional, right? It's not trying to be funny. It's the humor is in, you know, the words being spoken or the way it's being delivered or whatever. It's not like hokey or campy or slapstick or any of that shit. But some of them are trying to like own the fact that they're cringy. So there'll be like church memes where it's like, oh, you know, such and such pastor's wife or whatever, and it's like, it's dog, what the fuck? Why did you do that? What? Just die. Just die. Just die, dude. Come on. There we go.
I will put your blood to good use. Now that you no
Yeah, I said the same thing. It was just like, wait, why did he do that? We're supposed to take those spirits away from the boss, because if they get to her, they detonate, and then they cause damage over time for us. And he hit all four of them. Because we had four stacks of that debuff. And now we're not going to time my key. Are you fucking... I shouldn't have to tank for myself. I should be able to just do damage and have fun. I should get carried. Like, that's how it should go. Not weird shit like this. Like, what the fuck? Don't. I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready yet. Oh my god. Come on. Getting a little crowded up in here. Might want to move the boss. My guy, what are you doing, man? Well. That sucked. Damn it. It's not the key I need. And again, I shouldn't have to tank for myself. I should be able to just come in and just mindly beat shit to death. Like, why? Whatever. I saw an article the other day, and I thought it was hilarious, but also sad at the same time. That, so like Snapchat added an AI, like a bot, and I don't know why the whole like AI taking over thing is being taken literally now, where there's an AI program that is specifically designed to sext with dudes. Like, it's always been a thing. Like, there's always been like bots and stuff. Now it's an AI. It's not a troll. It's not a person. It is legitimately giving dudes someone to sext. Because like that's how they originally it was pitched as, oh, I'm your AI friend. We can just have conversations. And I think the company was just trying to make it more mainstream. They knew who their target demographic was. Because like, let me see if I can find the ad. Replica. Image. I mean, there's this, which kind of already, like, you can kind of tell, like, that's what they're going for. Like, that right there. It's like, I've been missing you, and it's, you know, the vision of an attractive... And it's like, okay, here we go. Yeah, no, this is the one. This was on LinkedIn. This is on LinkedIn. Oh my god, this is what I'm talking about. Is this not? It's. Look at that, huh? Want to have some fun? Yeah, what do you have in mind? Oh, some dirty things. It's like that. Guys are supposed to... And that's the sad thing. So instead of dudes becoming more approachable or, you know, able to get over, like... Because, I mean, I've done it. You know, you're really attracted to someone, right? You really like, you know, there's intimacy, there's chemistry. It's, you may have that kind of a relationship, and Jesus. You know, so it's like, okay, maybe your idea of flirting may fall a little flat, right? You know, the person you're talking to is, you know, talking about their day, or, oh man, this windswept buff. Please don't. Oh, okay, thank God. There have been times, man, come on, get out of here. There's been times where like that windswept debuff sends me off a cliff like fucking Wile E. Coyote. It's so bad. But so instead of giving guys tools to better themselves or content to consume that helps them maybe learn how to approach women a little bit differently or change their way of thinking so that it's not all about sex, or it's not viewing women as purely sexual objects, like, you know, asking them genuine questions, trying to get to know them on a you know, a deeper level. So instead it's, let's build sex robots. Let's just make AI feed into our horny fantasies where we can just have a girl that is just wanting to sext us all day long. And since it's an AI, we'll never get tired. We'll never leave you on red. We'll never it'll never, give you those social cues that, like, hey man, you're kind of creepy. It's coming off a little weird. But I love how it went from just, talking as in, like, having because a lot of people are super lonely and they troll the web looking for connection, and some of them are just so off-putting, like it just pushes people away. So I get it, and we're social creatures, so you can only be isolated for so long. Some people can go, they can become hermits and stuff, and it's like, all right, that's different, because that's choosing to disconnect from society, like basically, almost completely. But some people crave that connection, and they just don't have anybody. So I get it, you want to have someone to talk to, but it's like, maybe go volunteer somewhere, go be a mentor, or like a big brother big sister, or go like that's what I want to do, is start volunteering places and stuff now that I have more free time. But I just think it's, because like in Japan the birth rate is going down. It's taken a nosedive. Like, it's scary, because the culture over there is so, the two, men and women are so disconnected from each other, and it's bizarre. Like, there's so many people who are alone, either by choice or it's just it's a matter, it's a circumstance they're in. Like, but the guys are just so, it's the same here though. Like, guys are just so thirsty. Like, some of the scariest videos are like women who record their dates. And I'm not talking about the recording is the scary part. It's like the guy they find. Because there was a girl, she was on TikTok, and she recorded her date, and the guy is just talking about himself as if he's like the greatest thing ever. He's like, yeah, I'm an aspiring rapper. And of course, he's a SoundCloud rapper. But he wrote a song, girl, TikToker, date with SoundCloud rapper. She was, here's a Reddit post. Am I the asshole for comparing my SoundCloud rapper boyfriend to someone on TikTok? 2 years ago. I'm going to try and keep this short, because honestly I'm tired of making these posts. Basically, my boyfriend is a SoundCloud rapper. He hasn't even attempted to make a song in over a year, but swears he's going to be at the Grammys one day, specifically so he can say fuck me, his words. Specifically so he can say fuck me, his words. What? I don't... Specifically so... I guess to her, so he can like go to the Grammys and then they'd be like, this is for you, baby, fuck you, I made it, you bitch, we're done. Like, he doesn't have a Spotify or make any real effort to make music. I have supported him from day one. We love an artistic outlet over here. I pretty regularly post songs on my Instagram account and genuinely think he's good. Here's the problem. A few days ago, I showed him a rapper on TikTok that I've been listening to for a while, because he shouted me out in his live stream and then followed me back on TikTok and Instagram. My boyfriend saw that the rapper had messaged me on Instagram. Nothing crazy, something about my username on TikTok. Got upset and started putting the guy and his music down. He does this all the time. Thinks he's better than everyone and has said he is literally a god and should be treated as such. I feel like I'm not allowed to like anything unless it has something to do with him, or he will talk shit about it. Literally never asked him for his opinion. I feel like I constantly have to have my guard up, be on the defense around him. So anyway, it turned into a screaming fight at 4 a.m. He called me a bitch and fake as fuck several times and is now pouting in the living room. Argument started when he was talking shit about the guy and about how anyone could do what he does. And I said, he has 400,000 followers. How many do you have? Because he's always saying about how he's better than everyone. I also pulled up the guy's Spotify to show he has 2 million monthly listeners, and my boyfriend doesn't have a Spotify. Alright, so they're coming. I'm not trying to dull his confidence, but the cockiness is so annoying. I like to paint, but I don't think I'm better than Banksy and would never insinuate so. I just feel like he's a little bit delusional with his confidence. Am I the asshole here? No, there's more than that. The other rapper reached out to you on social media. He's better than your boyfriend in that regard. So your boyfriend is now super insecure. Yep. Not the asshole OP. Your boyfriend sounds weird and insecure and controlling. You don't want to be with someone who polices what music you can and can't listen to. Insecure. Yep. He also just came in the room and told me I needed to apologize and that he doesn't love me. He hates me now. Wow. Yeah, get out of that. My thing though is that I've been in that position, right? Dated a girl, or was in the process of talking to someone, and that's, I think, part of the issue too, is we weren't really in a relationship, but she had another friend, and we all played the same game together, and he was better than I was, but my thing was to, like, you know, in private, like, just talk shit about him and try to bring him down. And it's like that screams insecurity. It screams it. And it can be really unattractive. Really unattractive. And it's not something that you can really control a lot of the times. It's just, you are insecure. And you're threatened because you feel like your partner has found an upgrade. And it's like, it's a lack of confidence, but also if, and she kind of has a point, if he's an aspiring SoundCloud rapper, which is, come on, that's kind of a joke, but it is a pathway to kind of get your foot into the, into the door of the music industry. I mean, I get it, but if he was really serious about it, yes, it's a hustle, it's a grind. And if she thought his music was good, that, either treat it as a hobby and just make music for her that she likes. Or if you really are trying to be serious about it as a career, you got to put in the work, man. Now, granted, the guy has 400,000 followers, but how long has he been doing it? How often is he just focusing on his music and his craft versus, just dicking around on social media? Like, he's probably, developing artwork and trying to collaborate with other types of creators and stuff. Like, he's probably doing things to get his name out there. You can't fault him for that. And, like, yeah, I get it. It's, your girlfriend is comparing you to another guy, and it's like, it's not, she was probably in a way, she probably had good intentions with it, where it was like, okay, well, here's a guy who's actually doing it, and I actually like his music, not saying like she doesn't like her boyfriends, but like, I like his music, but look at what he's done. It's like almost kind of a, like, you could do this too. And if she's been supportive, like, I don't know, it just seems hilarious that, like, he's so threatened by some other guy. Well, you could do, anybody could do that, anybody. And she called him, she's like, well, why aren't you doing it? If anybody can do it, then why aren't you? Like, this is, you were, it's like your dream. It's like, but there was a girl who went on a date with a guy who sounded very... He sounded like he was trying to be part of the hip-hop culture. Dude. Motherfucker. But it wasn't... He wasn't, like... He wasn't confident in it. Like, he was really... He called himself... Snow Bunny, I think it was Snow Bunny Hunter, I think was his name, and it was unironic. And then he says he wrote it for the girl, like because he went on a date with her, and she recorded it, and he was really obnoxious and off-putting. It was embarrassing to listen to. It was some of the cringiest shit I've ever heard. Because he's trying so hard to just gas himself up, and he's like, yeah, I do this, I do that, you know, it's... But, like, trying to, like, humble brag, so it was like, yeah, it's not really, you know, it's no big deal. I'm just, you know, I'm just kind of a big deal, but, you know, I'm just a regular person, but also I'm really, like, really awesome, and, you know, my lifestyle is so, you know, you want to be part of this, you know. So... She posts it, and she posted the text where it was, he's like begging her to take it. He's like, but I wrote that song for you. Like, dude. Oh, God, come on. Oh man, nothing beats. So I talked about it a while back, but there was the guy who, like, it was she's a, what's her name? Ruby Rose, I think. She's an OnlyFans creator, you know, content creator, and you know, the guy. There was a picture that went viral, and the guy is with her in, like, some random place, and, like, it was, I couldn't tell if it was a planned meetup or if he literally, like, was, like, stalking her posts, and maybe she did, like, a live stream or something, you know, because those online creators, that's the one, not the one drawback, but it's like the major drawback to being an OnlyFans creator or an Instagram celebrity or an influencer, is just like, you have to just be, that's your job, is now to be a public figure. So it's like, you don't get to claim your anonymity back. Like, you wanted this, you wanted fame. It's a different kind of fame because you got famous through social media, which is just, it's kind of an intrusive setup, right? You are deliberately putting yourself out there. You're, you know, again, it's social media, so it's like, oh, god damn it, this fucking stupid shit. It's, you know, the nature of it, and I fucking knew it. The nature of it is that it is, I can't even focus. No. Nope. No. Go, man. Go. I'll take this side. It's, you know, so it's like, oh, you are constantly doing, like, live streams and posts and plugs for products and getting sponsorships and going places and tagging the locations and stuff, because you have, that's what you do now. So Ruby Rose meetup fan.
After
he spent $62,000 on her OnlyFans, right? And I was the details were kind of scant at first. It was like, all right, what is the nature? Did he pay for a meetup? Did he kind of pressure her into it? Did he just straight up stalk her and happen to meet up with her? Weird. I'm your number one, supporter on OnlyFans. We just happen to bump into each other. Like, that would be scary. If it, now luckily, hoping that she has like security and stuff like that. 'Cause she's, when you're a sex worker, like, that's, people tend to dehumanize you. And that sucks because a lot of them, a lot of people be able to like claim that they can separate like sex and emotion. They're like, oh, I don't get attached. I just fuck, to fuck, whatever. And yet there's so many dudes who say that, and then when a girl breaks up with them or something, they lose their fucking minds, or they have a person that they have sex with, and they develop feelings, but the other person doesn't, or vice versa. A lot of times that happens. Like, you get into a situationship and you misinterpret it. You genuinely like spending time with that person, so it feels like a relationship, but they want that they want their freedom. They don't want to be exclusive or anything like that. So it can get a little muddy, and that's why like a lot of people just hate the modern dating world, is because it's just so fucking confusing. We're really clearing out this middle here. So I used to work at an ice cream shop, and part of the training, the biggest part of training is, like, if you ever have dealt with ice cream before, right? When you scoop it out of the carton, where's the best ice cream? It's in the very middle, right? Because it's the most uniform, like in terms of temperature and stuff. The outside tends to freeze a little bit, faster and more intensely than the middle. And then when you go to like an ice cream shop, you have those big cartons, so like it's even more dramatic. God damn it. Get me back over there. Come on, get me back over there. Is there a time? Damn it. Take me back over there. Fuck. So like the biggest part of training is that when you scoop ice cream, what you're supposed to do is go in an even layer all the way around. You're supposed to take from the very surface, from whatever container it is. But I had one employee who just refused and always just scooped from the middle. So there's there's like, it's like a fairly even ring around the edge, and then it's just this giant fucking like an augured out hole in the middle. And I'm like, god damn it, man. So I would have to go in and like manually scrape the ice cream and put it down, and try to make it uniform, because that way it will freeze better. I like how the tank was just like, all right, you guys got this, right? It just took off. Fucking asshole. But it's just hilarious to me how it doesn't matter the job, it doesn't matter the age of the person, because I have friends who work in a multitude of industries, right? I got one friend, she's a receptionist at a medical office. She makes decent money, but Jesus Christ, and like, I get why people are like absolutely hate our healthcare system. It sucks the kind of people that go into the medical field. Like some doctors are great. Like, they genuinely want to help people. Some just see money. Every person that comes to them is just money. Come on, Tank. What are you doing, dog? The fuck? Healer's not paying attention because he should have cleansed that stun in 20 seconds. That's brutal. That's such a long stun. But the level of incompetence and just like apathy. Like, you go in and they are so glad when like one form isn't right. So like, well, we're gonna have to reschedule. You don't have such and such a form, you know, so bye, because they don't have to do any more work on you for that day. Not talking about like the technicians and things like that. What I'm talking about is like the people who do like record keeping or billing or shit like that. Like, their job is so low impact, and some people just should not deal with the general public. Like, it's hilarious. Because I saw a video, and I want to find the ats of the dudes that were involved, because it was such an obnoxious, like, I don't even know why they posted it. They're not funny. But somebody said it was like, if they get one like, they're validated. Like, they feel like their behavior is what the people want to see, and so they'll keep doing it. But they're at like an ice cream shop, and it's in the middle of an altercation, basically. So they fuck you. Fuck off, motherfucker. So they're harassing the girls at the counter, and they're basically the girls at the counter are like, stop recording me. No, you're not getting anything. He's like, and he is so, like, some dudes can kind of come off as being like an asshole, right? But they do it because they have charisma. They're smooth with it. They're not being an asshole in an offensive kind of. They're kind of just being like a bad boy. They're very self, they're self-confident, and they're very, like, they have charisma, and they're able to pull it off. They can be kind of abrasive, but they're also, they come off as cool or whatever. These guys were just, it was very forced, and they were not, and there was multiple, like, it was like 3 dudes, and they are, when you say the word privilege, I'm wondering what everybody envisions in their head. And I kind of, I think the kind of person I'm talking about. But, like, that kind of shit is just obnoxious. Because I saw another one, and I don't remember his name, but he has a whole slew of videos. And a lot of the times, they make their life seem more interesting because of what they do. He literally goes into places with probably multiple people, a very visible camera, lights, he has a security guy, because he is a social media, content creator, but he's young enough to where he's still in school, but his audience just eats it up. And one of the videos was like, oh, guy gets in fight with my security guard, and like, you won't believe what happens, and it's super clickbaity. And I watched it, and I'm like, wow, this guy used situation that he created, because they went into, like, it was like an IHOP. Like, people are just trying to eat food, hang out with, friends, family, whatever, and enjoy themselves, in kind of a social setting. This guy comes in with just, oh, you bitch. You fucking bitch. Which one is it? I still don't know how to tell which one's the real one. But, like, somebody had an issue with them being so disruptive, and so the guy was picking a fight with this kid's security guard. And it's like, that, so he gets free content and it's super clickbaity because it's like, it's a fight, it's an altercation, it's... Damn it, they keep taking all the good time bombs. So it's like, it's fucked up because that's where we are. That's how you become famous. You don't have to have any talent, you don't have to be charismatic, you don't have to be, you know... Nice. You don't have to have any of those things. You can just be obnoxious and have a camera. And that's it. That's all you need. That's why I like people who, you know, bitch about the good old days. I kind of get it. Like, that's where, like, my generation, because I'm at the very beginning of millennials. I'm at the tail end of Gen X. You know, I was born in the 80s, grew up in the 90s, in like a really, like a transition period, a huge one, because it went from print media, television, radio, to the internet. And then slowly the internet just became this entity that is now taking the other forms of media, and it's killing them off one by one. Newspapers are so they cannot keep up. Magazines cannot keep up. There's the market for them is just, it's gone down because everything's online. Everything is just, you can click a button and get it like that. Same thing with radio. Television's going that way too because the advertisements are out of control and just the content sucks. But you know, there is a charm in kind of the old way that things happen. It felt, you know, to get famous, you had to kind of earn it, or you know, you had to have something that people wanted to see. Maybe, you know, maybe you did have an in to get into, you know, the entertainment industry. You were somebody's son, or you know, you knew someone. But now it's just, if you can just pump out content in a big enough quantity that you can use analytics, you can use all these tools to push it a certain way, get it noticed, get it circulating, make it go viral, and then people just, once you make something go viral, you can just capitalize on that. But if you're doing just a numbers game, but you know, you follow the trends, you originality is being sapped out of entertainment. And it's, I mean, it's not just TikTok and social media, it's like Hollywood too. Everything's a remake, everything's a reboot, everything's, you know, God, just pop already. God damn. Damn it. Jesus, pop already. God damn it. Fucking. So anyway, this guy met Ruby Rose at a... It was like she was at like a store or a salon or something. She was just doing regular shit. And he showed up. And everyone thought it was weird. And he got roasted and everything. Come to find out... I need to find it. So, see, come to find out, there was a text exchange between her and him. Or I think he was getting ignored. And he was getting real nasty. Ooh. Hey. Hey, look at that. Just what I needed to. Hell yeah. Quantum chess piece. Cracking overcharge. It's whatever. Whatever. Throne of the Tides. Ugh. Anyway. Alright, let me see if I can find the text. Meetup fan text messages. Ruby. Oh, Ruby. The way this was posted was really weird. I ran into my number one spender. Was it? I ran into my number one spender on OnlyFans. That's what I mean. Like, she's at a store, I think. Alright, so he's... okay, whatever. Yeah, he's like a crypto guy. And that's where he got his money. He got super lucky, got, cashed in. So she's like a rapper. Okay, here we go. Yes. Okay, here we go. Alright, so it starts with one thing. Okay, wow. Wow. She has him saved in her phone as Brandon Weird OF fan. Holy shit, these messages are insane. And this is why I say, like... So she shared these messages. Oh my god. This is... Oh, here we go. Here we go. Okay. Look at this wall of text. Oh, man. Boom. All right, here we go. So, got a photo op with her. I mean, she's pretty, but a girl like that ain't gonna humor me, even if I spend 60 grand on her. I doubt she would even ever talk to me after that. She'd be like, well, thanks for the money. All right, so I guess this is where it starts. What you doing tonight? Why aren't you answering me? So it's yesterday at 11:54 a.m., then 2 p.m., then 5 p.m. Okay, why aren't you answering me? Thought we had a genuine connection. Ruby, why aren't you answering me? I have invested so much money into our relationship. That's it right there. He bought her. So he thinks he gets to be super familiar with her when this is her job. Like, and that's why he threw so much money at her. He wanted, like, he caught her attention with the money. Oh my god. shit. Okay. I'm in love with you. No, you're not. Why won't you love me? I would do anything for you. I would fly anywhere to be with you. All that I can ever think of is you. There's not a single other person in the world as perfect as you are. You could be my queen and I'd be your king. I would give you anything you could ever wish for. We can even have a one-sided open-end relationship where you can do whatever you want as long as I know that at the end of the day, you come home to me and are only with me. I promise I will treat you better than anyone, Ruby. I love you with all of my heart. I've never felt this way about anyone. I want to marry you. I want to have a family with you. What? I want to only be with you. I would quit everything and give up everything just for you. I will do anything for you to love me. I will give you everything I will give you everything I have just for the chance that you never leave me. I want you to be with me forever. In my eyes, I've never seen or known something that I am so sure will be perfect. I can imagine waking up every day and looking over at you asleep on the bed, looking perfect while you sleep, and I run my hands through your hair, or my getting you the largest diamond ring that I can find so that it is on the hand of a true queen. I will buy you whatever car, boat, or jet you want. I will never love someone as much as I love you, Ruby. I love you more than Bitcoin. Holy shit. This dude is not serious. I love you more than Bitcoin. I only love you. I will give up everything to have you to only be mine. Please don't ignore me, Ruby. I am sending you more money right now. You are making me cry right now by not answering me. I am bawling at the... and he spelled bawling like bawling. Like he's a baller. Not bawling his eyes out. I am bawling right now, Ruby. You better answer me, bitch. I am bawling at the thought, thinking that you won't be with me forever. I'm crying. I'm sending more money. Bawling at the thought that you won't be with me forever and that you don't love me anymore. I don't know if there's a point anymore to anything. All I can ever think of, or you, that I was your #1 fan. Everything about you makes me get butterflies in my stomach. Please tell me you are just very busy and not seeing my text right now. Please, princess. Please. Okay, so it's yesterday at 5:55, and I don't know what the dates are. This is, well, no, this is 9:14. She took, this is one text thread. This dude. Yeah, these are all from this, because her battery power is the same. It's, yeah, she's 9:14 at night. And she has 135 minutes. Of course, she is getting blown up. And that's what I mean. She has to be dealing with dozens of guys like this who are just in her DMs like, please, please, anything, please notice me, please. And it's like, that's not how you get noticed by a girl like that. You either have to be in that field, so you have to be a OnlyFans guy, or you have to be somebody successful that's because she's on a certain level. She wants a guy at that level or higher, like typically that's how it works. Now there are exceptions to the rule. There are anomalies and stuff, but typically a girl like this she's living a decent life. She's got money. She's obviously a rapper. I've never heard of this chick before this, so I have no idea. Please. All right. Cherish every second I was with you. I adore you. You are the reason I wake up every morning. I have no purpose without you. You are my rock. This I've learned in the past couple of years is that this kind of desperate pleading shit where she's your universe, this does not impress women. This screams desperation. It screams obsession. I think that's where the vibes come from. It is not love. It is infatuation, and it is obsession. There's a huge difference. But it's like, who could have thought this guy would say such things like this? Who would have thought? Let's continue. Ruby, stop ignoring me. Why are you ignoring me after all of the money that I have given you to show you that I am only loyal to you and how much I love and appreciate and adore you? How dare you not answer me? I see you actively posting on your Instagram story, and you have not answered me once. You are making me very mad. I have treated you like a princess, and you won't even take the time to respond to me. I will not tolerate this. And then immediately that didn't work, so I'm sorry for getting mad at you. I did not mean to. I shouldn't have, but the love I have for you causes me to get very emotional, especially about you. I love you so much, Ruby. You are my world, my rock, my queen, my everything. He's waiting. I mean, he said, please tell me you are very busy. 7:54 p.m., 10 p.m. He's like, please. 11:45 p.m. and he's just angry that she's not answering. It's like, I get it. You're not getting attention. You're not feeling like you're a big presence in their life. Take the fucking hint, man. You're not. So if that's what you want, is to be important to someone, then maybe a guy like this, if he was funny and he was charismatic and because that's what a lot of women like. They like, I love, my thing is that I think my big love language is humor. I love when people laugh, and it makes me happy when they either, even if they have had a rough day and they're depressed or emotional or sad, and I can just crack a little bit of a smile or make them laugh just a little bit, then it's all worth it, because yes, good and bad times happen, but it's, for me, it means more like when you're able to, when you're just able to laugh, it's just, it makes life a little bit easier. Oh my god, this next one, holy shit, this dude is writing just essays. It's like, all this time, he spent an entire day on this. I mean, and it gets, it's like the 7 stages of grief, just in one day. This dude, and this is where guys like him, this is super dangerous behavior. Super dangerous. And she even has him in her phone as Brandon Weird OF fan. I'm sure I'm in a lot of women's phones, or women I used to work with, or I was probably that weird friend zone guy. It is what it is. If it's not meant to be, it's not meant to be. Just move on. And honestly, if you feel like you don't exist to that other person, maybe just respond in kind. And it's not a way, you're not being petty, you're just taking the hint that they don't have time for you, and whether or not you stay is completely up to you. But if you don't want to be if he says, I'm not going to tolerate this, then motherfucker, stop subscribing, stop sending her money, and move on. Maybe spend a little bit of that money on yourself. Go out, meet people in real life, and just form bonds that way, and let it happen organically. This is not, but see, this is where guys like him, and he will be the first one to be like, don't you talk to her like that. She's a princess. She's not some piece of meat. You guys are disgusting. Meanwhile, it's like, you fucking bitch. Look at how much money I spent on you, you whore. You're my whore. It's like that. She is a sex worker. She has OnlyFans. This is her. Yes, she's using her femininity and her sexuality to make money. You are one of many. You met her through this. Of course this is what you want. You want her to be your little sex puppet. You don't, Okay. I'm sorry for getting mad at you. My perfect little princess. You are stunning. You are my breath of fresh air. Okay, no, wait. Sorry for getting mad at you. I did not mean to. I shouldn't have, but the love I have is very emotional. You are my world, my rock, my queen, my everything. There's nothing I wouldn't do to make you the happiest little princess in the whole world. My perfect little princess, you are stunning. You are my breath of fresh air in a world that is so dark and so cold. You are the sun to my thunderstorm. The spurt of luck in my day. What? The pot of lucky gold at the end of the rainbow. You are my everything in this life. Motherfucker, you don't know her. She could be a toxic person, like, what do you even know about her personality? What do you know about her hopes and dreams? Have you even asked her what her thoughts are on, like, geopolitics and philosophy and the universe? And, you know, does she like astronomy? Is she, you know, what's her favorite ice cream? What does she think about when she's sad? Like, what, you know, what makes her, you know, what makes her smile? What, you know, there's a lot of things that you can ask someone to really gain an insight. What's her favorite song? What's her least favorite song? What song, you know, why does she hate a certain type of song? Why does she, you know, I would pick somebody's brain if I really liked them. I would absolutely be asking questions and try to be part of their life, you know. But this shit, and he will, you know, and it just gets worse and worse and worse. Wish nothing more than to spend the rest of this life with you. I can spend all of my money and be homeless just to wake up every day knowing that you are happy. I can watch you have sexual actions with other men just to pleasure your sexual needs. I can be your sissy boy and let you boss me around while I do whatever you demand of me in my sissy maid outfit. What? That must have been something real specific that they did. He must have purchased a video where she said that to him or something. I don't know. Maybe that's what she does. She does commissions, and she was just talking. She was just being a dom. But I will do anything at any cost just to make you happy and just to be in the same room that you are breathing in. I have an obsession with you since the day I first saw you on Instagram. Ever since that day, I've made it my life mission to one day have the chance to see you every day, watching your stories, seeing your amazing life and vibrant, glowing smile as you travel the world. While I smile from my screen that a true traveler and explorer like ourselves needs a partner for every journey, I know that I am that perfect partner to you, my queen. I know that I can be there for you whenever you need, whenever you are sick, whenever you are sad, whenever you are mad. I will stop at nothing to ensure that you live in a stress-free world of princess treatment. This is exhausting. I can't imagine what it was like to get these. Like, yesterday, 11:50. Like, he is just rapid fire. I know that I will never get over you, Ruby. I sit here pouring my heart out, showing you how madly in love I am with you. I'm sorry for my temper early. I just felt like I was so close to my life finally be complete, and that we would finally be something real, not just my imagination and a lubricated plastic take version of you on the side of my bed. What? Oh, fake version. What? That's so weird. If you don't know somebody, don't be telling them you're jerking off to them. I mean, she probably is, you know, this is part of the this is part of the beast that you're in, but I need you. I don't okay, what? On the side of my bed, I thought that my life was finally to be complete and that I could finally love you. I need you. I don't think I could live without you. I don't want to live without you. Something, make my life complete. I just hope you feel the same way. I will send you 10 Bitcoin right now if you answer me. That is worth almost 400 grand. All you have to do is respond to me with one word, Ruby. Please, I need your attention. I need to make sure that my kitten is safe. And then he shows her the he shows her the Bitcoin price chart. Like, see? Bitcoin is one of those investments I was talking with you about on OnlyFans when you were asking me what I did to make so much money. I promise you it will be the best investment of our life. All you have to do is just react to one message of mine. Please, I beg you. I cannot think to live without you. I think of everything from the start. Like, what? What am I looking at over here? Oh my god. Anyway. Think of everything from the start like it was a Disney movie. Your good morning OnlyFans messages, you asking me to spoil you daily so that you could always get new nails, and telling me how you liked them afterwards but being shy to show me. The chemistry our messages had despite only texting on our phones. Shy to show me his he's unhinged as fuck. And that's what I mean. This was an OnlyFans interaction. He must have pressured her to give him her number. You know, so he could be like, well, I want to feel special. Can I text you, please, princess? Look at all the money I've given you. And she's like, all right. He guilts her into it because he shelled out $62,000. And he probably, like he said, he was like, oh, I was obsessed with you when I found you. He probably that first month subscribed to her OnlyFans and just every day messaging her to get a message in return was just sending her money. Like, the connection is there. It was a business transaction. I told you everything about me. The videos I had my relatives make at Thanksgiving telling you we all wished you were there with us. I even told my parents about us. I am starstruck by you, flat out in love. That is this dude, and this is what I mean. This motherfucker got lucky as shit with Bitcoin, has all this money and resources, and this is the guy he is. He is a lonely, awkward, you know, unfortunately he's a creep too, because like I said, if he was funny and he treated her like a person, like I said, if he had a great personality and was, for me, when I give someone something, I never ever throw it in their face, ever. That's fucked up. If you give someone a gift and then the first argument you get into or whatever, you throw it at, you try to hold it over and be like, well, I gave you such and such. I can't believe you're talking to me like this. It's like, okay, so now they're not allowed to have their own feelings. They're not allowed to be hurt by you. They have to just forgive you and everything else. What that's so manipulative. Like it's fucked up that people do that. They give gifts and then they use that as leverage. That it wasn't a gift. All you were doing is you were investing in future manipulation and abuse because now you have ammunition. That's all it was, ammunition. But he told his family about her. I can't imagine. This is embarrassing. But he brought it on himself. But the problem is that I'm sure people will try to find him because, I mean, with this picture, I'm willing to bet people have figured out who it was. Now, I'm hoping she didn't give out any of his personal information and dox him. But this is, he deserves to be ridiculed, and I'm hoping that it's a lesson. I told you everything about me. I'm starstruck. I have never felt this way ever in my life about anyone. I even told you about all the times in high school that I got made fun of by people and humiliated. There you go. He's awkward. He's off-putting, and isn't able to develop a personality that's likable. So he's probably either entitled or just crass or crude or, you know, boorish, whatever adjective you want to describe someone who's just really off-putting. You don't want to be around them, and then they go out of their way to just be in your space. I will always love you. Nothing you can ever say to me will ever change my mind. How about fuck off? Like, I don't love you. I never will. Like, would that do the trick? I doubt it. He would just try other ways to get her attention. And this is where this is not love. This is infatuation, and it's obsession. He said it. I've been obsessed with you since I first saw you. He saw this pretty face. Her, she's colorful. She's gorgeous. She's great, and she's got a cute smile. She probably was wearing very revealing clothes, so she's very easy on the eyes. She looks like, she's conventionally attractive. But you don't know what she's like. And honestly, she's doing this OnlyFans thing, and she is just milking money out of guys. I I would be really uncomfortable if I was dating a girl who did this on OnlyFans. Either strung him along, did very personal things to where it crossed the line. Making videos, doing, commissions and stuff, receiving gifts, whatever, that's fine. It's when it gets to this point where he was able to bully, I swear, and I don't remember what the details were, and people called it was like, I ran into my number one spender on OnlyFans. I ran into him. I'm willing to bet some of this shit was coming out. And this is obviously after the meetup, because she probably got super weird vibes from this. And she probably even told him, you can't touch me. And he's just, if I die, delete my browser history. Like, really, dude? I will always love you. You are all I will ever need to be happy, my beautiful rose. Or my beautiful flower, or whatever. Kitten, are you there? My messages say you read them, but it could be a glitch like last time when it said you read it for 4 days and you said you didn't. Oh, he sees the red flags. He sees them. Oh, it's weird. It said it was like last time I confronted you about this, and she played nice with him, and swept, and it was able to just be swept under the rug. And it's like, yeah, you can't be doing that. You gotta tell it. But it's, and that's where I could go to any woman's Instagram page, any Instagram and content creator, anytime they post something about men, just dudes come out of the woodwork into the comment section like, no, not all men are like that, you stupid bitch, how dare you say that kind of shit, and then the real vitriol, they're like, I hope somebody does something to you so that way you can see what a good guy is. It's like, what? You just proved your point. So he sent some stuff, some pictures. I have a surprise to show you my commitment. I know you will love it. It's almost done. I can't wait to show you. Surprise. What do you think? It took almost 3 hours. I don't know what, because it's 7 items and it's obviously a slideshow, but I can't tell. But Jesus, who would have thought? What? And that's what I mean, like the things people say in private are the real indicator of their personality. Because he doesn't know other people are seeing this. He thinks it's just her, and it is. I mean, to sit there and fire it off at 11:50 in the morning, 2 in the afternoon, 6 o'clock at night, 7:50, 8 o'clock at night, 10 o'clock at night, almost midnight, and he just won't stop. And it probably went on until like what? Okay, 6:45 a.m. He went all night. He didn't sleep, obviously. He did. It was a couple of hours, and then he woke up again and was just trying to get her attention. And it's like, if I text someone or I message someone and they leave me on red, it's hard to text again. Some people, like, it's one thing if it's a message where you really don't give the person enough to work with to make a conversation, then okay, fine. That's not really their problem. They really didn't have anything to say to it, and it was just a quick message. Fine, fair enough. But if it's a repeat thing and you message someone, they leave it on red, and it takes a lot of energy and effort to get a response out of them, to me, that means either you're not giving them enough to work with, maybe try to actually ask them questions or get them kind of into a conversation about something, or they don't want to talk to you and they don't have anything to say to you. And I would just kind of go my own way. That's what I would do. But this guy, everything under the sun. And then again, This is what he sees her as. A commodity to buy. And this is why guys like him, I don't sympathize with him after he says, well, I was bullied in school, and you know, because he probably shared a lot of personal info with her, and it was just, she's not turned on by that. I mean, this could be a couple. They could be. He would have to be goofy and funny and successful legitimately. He's not successful. He's not. He's a lottery winner. He probably has no work ethic. He clearly has nothing else to do with his time than do this shit. I get freaked out when someone is in my space that much. It seems endearing at first because it's like, it's nice to feel like you are important to someone. It's nice to feel that. When it gets to be too much though, it's suffocating. And I completely understand how some people can feel, and like we all have different thresholds. And some people just draw you in, and they're addictive to talk to because it's funny. It's, you really like, you know, learning about them or sharing things that are funny and sharing laughs and you know, talking back and forth and getting to know someone on a deeper level. That's one thing. This is not, I can't imagine what her other texts were like with him. There's no way. But it's, did he get a tattoo of her? Oh, that was in the picture. That's what it was. This. Holy shit, no way. What does this say? #1 spender. He got her face tattooed on his leg? Brandon had been texting her since Friday, and his messages went, I guess, unanswered or something. That's nuts. I don't even... I guess that kind of looks like her. Must be from one of her Instagram pictures or something. But and I'm sure she was like, this guy he's got to go. I don't blame her either. That's creepy as shit. Like, I can't imagine dealing with that. That's so scary. But that's the nature of the beast. Like, nobody deserves to be harassed, right? But, and to him, he's not harassing her. He loves her. He's showing his love and his commitment. Meanwhile, he said it himself. I've been obsessed with you since I saw you. There you go. That's you called it. Yes, you are obsessed. There's a huge difference. He's begging, he's pleading, he's bargaining, he's trying to guilt her. Every chance he gets, he's like, I'm your #1 spender. I spent this much money. I did this. I did that. I did this. It's like, you did it because you wanted affection. So you tried to buy it. You took a shortcut because in your mind, you are entitled to what you want. Because why? Because you got a shit ton of money off Bitcoin? You got lucky. You took essentially a shortcut to accumulate wealth. You got lucky on crypto, and you now have resources that allow you to do to do more with your life. But instead of actually doing something with it, you're stalking OnlyFans girls. Like, sees nothing wrong with it. And I've been like that, right? But this was a long fucking time ago where, I felt into, like, I liked a girl. We started the process of, getting to know her. And then, things would be flirtatious. And you would get that kind of sense of, okay, she's into me. Okay, cool. Yeah, this is going somewhere. But then something happens, or you say something you know, she starts to get to know you and realizes that, like, you are not, she's not attracted to you anymore. And so she tries to be nice about it. She tries to let you down easy. Some guys just can't take the hint. And it tends to end poorly, especially if guys can't handle rejection. And it's tough. You know, it does suck. But you don't do that. You don't send her a fucking just an unhinged, and more unhinged as each message went by unanswered. He was losing his mind. So he was getting more and more extreme with his attempt at, you know, getting attention or getting an answer. And he was just, and she's right to leave him unanswered, because had she answered even one of his messages or reacted to it, it would have reinforced that behavior. He would have gotten worse. It would have I don't know. A guy like him, it's scary, because it happens to just regular women, let alone OnlyFans girls who, you know, there's a huge audience, and there's a lot of guys who view them as that. She's just hustling. She's just making money. She's selling a product, which is either her sexuality or her attention or something. She has a commodity. And again, luck of the draw. She's in the same boat as he is. She's on OnlyFans. Why? For her, it's easy money. She's gorgeous. She's willing to, you know, appear certain ways. She's willing to do certain things. So she's, you know, there's a description. She's not really sacrificing anything except her privacy, essentially, because now she's, you know. And see, that's what I because it's happened to other streamers. So, like, let me see if we can find a compilation, because there's a streamer. She used to be a porn star, Sasha Grey, and Sasha Grey live stream stock. She's out in Sasha Grey IRL stream moments. Don't act like this. Yeah, she was able to parlay, because she used to do porn, and she did some hardcore porn. She was big time, you know. She was a filthy girl. She's able to parlay that, and she's actually, and I remember her from back in the day on G4 TV. She used to do like the like adult film expos. She used to go to Comic-Con a lot. But she's on the street. IRL stream. Oh wait, yeah. Stream sniper. Yes, this guy. Wait, is my team here? Yeah. Damn it. Okay, so this is her. She's in, where was she? I think she was in Milan.
stream sniper. 100%. Should I approach her? I don't know. Can I? Will I? Keeps looking at his phone. That's where he's got the stream. I don't know if I have it.
Yeah. There's that kind of shit. And she even says, like, you know, if you want a photo or you want to come up and talk to her, just do it. Don't do this shit. Don't be a weirdo creep in the background. Ooh, food. You know, don't do this. And it's just...
Guy in the background is watching your stream.
And the chat's telling her.
She's gonna ignore that. I should turn my... Wait, I have my check mark on this one.
Yeah, she's just...
Snitching, oh my bad. Wait, he's gonna read that now! He's gonna read my message!
She has to know he's there, and she's trying to, like...
He smiled!
She has to, like... I don't know if she's just trying to play it off, or just try to, like... Because she's... You know, she's in public. She's not really in any danger, per se. But it's still, like, that's what I mean. Like, that's what women have to deal with, is shit like that. Now, granted, it's not universal. It's not merely, it's not exclusive to women. Men do get stalked. There have been YouTubers who have been stalked, you know, by female fans and things like that. Like, yes, it happens. God, this Demon Hunter's killing it. Look at that damage. 427. Dude is just nasty. But see, if he would have come up and be like, hey, are you Sasha Grey? Hey, and then he could have been like, yeah, I'm actually just watching a stream right now. And I figured, you know, hey, come on up and say hello. But even that comes off a little creepy. Because it's like you were watching her and you came and found her. If it's a random encounter, fine. But he wouldn't have had his phone open. He could have just, you know, come up and said, oh, hey, are you Sasha Grey? Oh, I'm sorry, are you streaming right now? You know, been real polite about it and probably been okay. But that kind of shit, like, he's so nervous and, you know, just unsure of himself. Like, it's just, it's not a good look. That's what I mean. She probably deals with that shit constantly. And I can't imagine, like, now okay, is it possible that people only know her from Twitch? Sure. It's a possibility. Is it likely? No, I'd say the odds are better that people know her from her previous career, where she was doing sexual things on camera for a living and enjoyed her work. Like, hey, you do what you love, you never work a day in your life, you know what I'm saying? But it's a different thing when it comes to sex, because some people, sex is a very potent experience and a, you know, oh, you bitch, y'all better kick my ass, come on. once she grabbed that iris, we went so hard. Went after like that judge. But that's why I say, like, I don't, as a man, I'm not qualified to speak on women's issues at all. All I can say is, if a woman has an opinion that makes sense, because I know the kind of creature that she's dealing with, then you better believe I am not about to sit there and refute it or anything. But there's so many dudes who just jump at the chance to just disregard women or invalidate their feelings and shit, and it's just like, this is why some women either have a chip on their shoulder, or that's why feminism isn't all that bad. I don't care. They deserve to, be pissed off because of the way they're treated. God damn it, these stupid storms. Because she was reading her chat too, so she would have known that he was in the background, because she was watching. She knew he was there. It's so weird. Are you kidding me? The healer's doing more damage than me? Are you fucking kidding me? And of course my damn snakes pop out late. Damn it! Of course it's me. You motherfucker. Nice. Because obviously when you do that to the boss, you burn him. Like we get these souls and stuff. But it's funny when like you're not even trying to burn the boss, and just the lightning strikes under his feet, just burns his ass. It's like, whoops. Well, guess we're doing this. Coming back, dog, or what's up? Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy. That was great. Look at him. He tried to run back. He probably instantly regretted that decision. He was like, shit, help. We were like, we'll come back for you. Oh, shit. Nice. I mean, that's better. He didn't die immediately. Oh man, now he's going for it. Damn it. I should have done a year in review for 2023 for YouTube, because good God, we have some gems. How about the oh dude, why do they always do that shit? I put down my Death and Decay and he just like takes 2 steps out of it and it's just like, oh, I think I'll go over here now. It's like, man, you bitch. But how about the apology of which has to be my favorite apology video of all time, because they get worse and worse every year. Anytime somebody has to do an apology video, I don't know, like, they don't, how do people seem to miss the point without fail when they do an apology video? It is the funniest thing to watch people just completely, or they do that pretentious, I'm sorry you were offended bullshit. 'Cause it's like, no, that completely negates what you just said, an oxymoron. Because you're not sorry. You're sorry they took it a certain way. That's what you're sorry for, is their emotional response. Not what you did, it's what they did. So it's like, well, I'm sorry you were mad. It's like, well, I'm sorry you misunderstood me. The stupid Napoleon movie. Case in point, Ridley Scott's dumbass gets into a shouting match on fucking Twitter. Like, really? It's Ridley Scott. This dude is a he's had some great films. I love Gladiator. It's probably one of my favorite movies of all time. It's ancient Rome. It's it's a good story. But it was well made, it was well written. Is it perfect? No. But it's well done. It's objectively a good movie. He makes a Napoleon movie, and I remember saying it when I first saw the trailer, I'm like, who the fuck asked for this? Who gives a shit about Napoleon? The dude was a piece of shit. Just going to war, trying to conquer shit for France in, making himself the Holy Roman Emperor. It was like, you are a clown. You short little bitch. Take your little ass and go to the fucking... What island was he exiled to? What was it, twice? It was like, take your little ass and go stay in your little hut. Okay? But, like, I saw it, I'm like, okay, he's got Joaquin Phoenix, who's a damn good actor. Like, really good. I never even watched The Joker. I kind of want to watch it. Just because it's like, it takes a lot for me to go see a movie in a movie theater. I typically don't like to do it alone. I like to go with someone. Not even like on a date, but like friends, or just, going as a group, because it gives you something to talk about. Because like, the best thing for watching movies is you go at like a 9 p.m. showing. It gets done at like 11, and you go to like, Waffle House or IHOP or whatever, some greasy spoon, some you're obviously, nobody's concerned about their diet at that point, because you're just out having fun. So it's like, you go and get some good food after, and you just talk about what you watched, what you liked about it, whatever. I always forget to put my Death and Decay down, and then boom. Nice, finally beating the healer in damage. What was I saying? Oh, so like, it's, to me, it's like a it's like a whole, like a ritual. It's like a social, you know, for me, it's a few hours. It's like a whole day. Like you guys get off of work, or, you know, it's like a Saturday night. You go pick a movie everybody wants to see. You go as a group, you sit as a group, and then you go and get some food afterwards or whatever, and, you know, you talk about it. I can't imagine going to see the Napoleon movie and being like, man, did you see the part where he shot the cannon at the pyramids? What a visionary, you know, what cinematography. And it's like, it made zero fucking sense. And so when people called him out, Ridley Scott was like, you guys just don't understand it. You don't get the point. It's like, no, you didn't convey it. That's not our problem. You're known for, like, historical accuracy and being very relatable and realistic to where it doesn't break your immersion. For me, that kind of goofy Looney Tunes shit, like, what is this? What is he? Like, Napoleon's just Elmer Fudd or Marvin the Martian, just, you know, coming down and being just overly violent, or, you know, it just came off very cartoonish. And his answer was like, well, we have to show that he's, like, conquering Egypt. So, yeah, you know, fired some cannons at the pyramid. It's like, that makes sense. It's like, I guess. But it's kind of a big deal. You're kind of, you know, showing something that didn't happen. And then people voice legitimate things, and he basically was just like, you guys just don't get it. It's like, what? We're supposed to. You didn't do a good job conveying it. Like, that's not our problem. I like how M. Night Shyamalan tried that shit too. After he made bomb after bomb after bomb, it was just like, American critics, you know, they just don't like me. It's like, really? Because I think they just don't like your movies. There's a huge difference. And you don't get to take that stance when your job is to make movies. They're supposed to be good. And if you're gonna make bad movies, you can't try to make a bad movie. You have to let it... Because the best bad movies are when they take themselves seriously. Like... I don't know. When they're intentionally bad, it's like you're trying to be part of the joke. You're just like, see, I get it. We're just so we all love bad movies, huh? Right, guys? Right? It's like, well, we do. You are trying to own it, and you're missing, like, the energy isn't there. Because it's almost like they try to make good movies, they make shitty ones, and those are the best to me. Like, when they, you know, trying to be like dramas, and they're so funny because the acting is horrible, or the writing is bad, or the budget is super limited and you can see it, so the lighting and the quality, the production value suffers, and it's hilariously bad. That shit's funny, and it can be enjoyable. But when they, again, try to take it and own it, it loses that charm. It's not charming. It's now a effort to get through, because it's no longer entertaining, because it's not funny. I can't live without you, Ruby. I'll give you $400,000. Just talk to me once. Damn it. Ooh. Does he lead? Come trade him to me. Come on, bro. Be a real one. Oh, he must need him.
We've done it. Gorotol has been banished.
See, there is nothing a strong arm and a sharp steel can't fix.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, heroes. You've broken the coven and released us from Borak Tool's power. We are in your debt.
Now that's a queen right there, Alexstrasza. That's a real queen. I'd spend $62,000 on her OnlyFans. But part of me feels bad. Like, he's clearly an awkward dude, and he doesn't have much experience with women. He probably doesn't. Part of you. I don't know. Not speaking for you, whoever's listening, but like, part of the human reaction is to sympathize a little bit, because it's like, he even said it. He was like, yeah, I got bullied a lot, I got made fun of, it wasn't a very fun time for me, and those are very formative years. It's high school can be rough, and there are a few people from my high school years that I would love to I don't know, confront about how they treated me. And it would take a lot not to dig into those feelings and show them and be like, well, this is how I feel now. And suddenly you catch a charge. Like, I still have that kind of animosity for a few people, and it sucks because everyone's like, well, just forgive and forget. It's like, it's easier said than done. Maybe if they felt bad and reached out to you, that'd be one thing. But when they did what they did, and it is hard to be the bigger person and extend an olive branch. I mean, honestly, I don't ever talk to those people, so it doesn't matter. But they're not far from my mind. They're still there. But I don't know, like, I feel kind of bad for the dude, but like, after reading those texts, good God, man. And what sucks is, like, I can see a lot of me in those messages, my past, trying every trick in the book to get a response, willing to go scorched earth to, like, you're willing to weaponize whatever perceived relationship you have, and you're like, well, if you don't answer me, we're fucking done. You better give me what I want, or this is over. And it's like, well, what is she missing out on? Abuse? Harassment? She didn't answer a single message, and it went all day. And he could tell she was getting those messages and that she was reading them. And that infuriated him, that nothing was working. And so I get why he's upset. It's we can't help who we're attracted to, right? He is attracted to her. Bro, so is everybody else, and you need to be realistic about it. You are treating her like a piece of meat, and you'll be the first one to sit there and be like, she's a beautiful soul. You guys are disgusting for treating her that way. Look at this, is gross. Ruby, come with me. I'll be, I'll treat you like the woman you deserve to be, blah blah. He'll say anything he can to get her to think that he's different and that he's not like these other guys. He doesn't just think of her for sex, things like that. It's like, dude, that's literally how you feel, because you take every opportunity to just throw it in her face. I spent this much money on you. I did this, that, and the other. The tattoo is insanity. She doesn't know you from anything, and you got her face, and it took 3 hours to get that done, and it's pretty good. It's a good tattoo, but it's like, I don't like those tattoos. Kind of weird me out, where it's like that. It's like a photo. It's like a printed out photo that's just been inked onto their body, and it's kind of uncanny valley. And also, this motherfucker went and got and that tattoo, if he tries to get that removed, that shit's gonna scar. It's gonna be, I would hope it's temporary, but that looked real. And he seems unhinged enough to do it, and that's permanent. Buddy, and see, he has no impulse control, none. So I can't imagine a guy and this is why you have to divorce yourself from the sympathy part, where he can, and I don't know if that's manipulation. I think it is, because he's desperately trying to control what she does, who she talks to, her, just everything. But he seems like he uses that as a shield. But the fact that he is willing to mark his body, throw thousands of dollars at her, and go broke in the process. I mean, he's clearly got a bunch of Bitcoin. He must have, I don't even know, if he's willing to throw that much money at her on a whim, on a chance that she'll even just talk to him. What other shitty decisions is he making about his life? And that's what I mean, like, those kind of vibes, she may not be able to articulate why she thinks he's a creep. She may not be able to articulate it, but her brain knows. Her brain can tell this guy is, he is a danger. He is not somebody you want to be around, because he is obsessive, he's controlling, he's insecure, he is just, and it's pure manipulation. Like, he threw that in her face. I given you all this money, I did that, this, that, and the other, and it's like, that's on you, man. You made that choice. She didn't come to him and ask for money. Not originally. When he subscribed and stuff, he was throwing money at her. Then all of a sudden it was just like, and he probably laid that out there. It was like, you can ask me for money anytime you want, princess. So she's like, okay, this is what the relationship was. It is a girlfriend experience relationship. She is getting paid to pretend to be his girlfriend, someone he can dote on and give money to and spoil and stuff. It's like, that's why she's in it. She's not looking for love. No way. She's super young. She's gorgeous. She wants to have fun. She wants to just make her money and utilize her assets and set herself up for having, a good quality of life. The only downside is she has to deal with this shit where dudes just, you're my girlfriend. No. This is, I'm in OnlyFans. You're a customer. Well, but you told me good morning all those times. Yeah, because that's what I was paid to do. That's what I told you I would be doing. But I spent you all this money and I told you I loved you. It's like, why? I don't understand why you're not answering me. It's like, because I'm not your fucking girlfriend. And that's where she, I think, let it go too long, where he started to get real familiar and comfortable and, trying to just occupy her time. And she's slowly like, cool. She's like, okay, yeah, this is one of those guys. He's just, I'm just going to hope that he gets the picture if I start talking to him less and less, because it's getting a little intrusive. So she does, and he flips his shit. Still hilarious though that, like, the first comment was just like, dude spent 63 stacks and she wouldn't even touch him. And I was like, I mean, she didn't. Number one, she doesn't have to. Number two, it's funny because that much money and it didn't get him what he wanted. And that is, it should be a lesson. And like I said before when I talked about this, it's like, he doesn't have the right to complain about money for the rest of his life. He doesn't have the right. He has more money than most people will have in their lifetime. Potentially. You know, there's a lot of people working for poverty wages. This motherfucker made a killing on crypto, and he doesn't know what to do with himself. He's, like I said, he's throwing his money at people who don't even acknowledge his existence. She won't even answer his messages, and he's losing his mind. And it's unfortunate that a guy has to, and that's what I think. It's like, it's not sad for him. It's sad that OnlyFans and Instagram give us avenues to connect with people in ways that don't require any risk, right? It's safer. You are more anonymous. You're not in public. You're not face to face with that person where they will see the embarrassment. They'll see the shame. They'll see the hurt in your, that other people will witness you getting rejected, or because nothing beats those wedding proposals that fail in like super public places, because guys sometimes do that when they go to propose a woman because they want to catch her off guard, and they want to do it in front of people because they know what the expectation is. The expectation is that she says yes, you guys get a round of applause, people, oh my god, that's so beautiful, they look at these two lovebirds, and it's another level of manipulation, because a lot of times the best proposals are when they're just for you two. It's just a moment that you guys share. You surprise her on a, you guys take a couple's vacation somewhere, and you're, on a sunset on the beach, they can be cliche, but they're still beautiful moments, and it means more when it's done genuinely. But when it's done at a baseball game or a fucking one was done at a food court in a mall and the girl said no, the dude had to stand up and walk, but with just dozens of eyeballs just on him. I can't imagine the heat that would be radiating from my body. The predator would be able to see me from 3 miles away. Like, I would show up like the fucking sun. Like, it would be so embarrassing. But I would hope that that is something that you'd be able to suss out. Is this relationship going all the way? Is that the point it's going to? Or is it just casual? Is it just not the right moment? Do we need to are there issues in the relationship that are keeping her from saying yes? Like, you would be able to tell if your partner's ready for that. I would think some dudes just want to lock it down because they just are scared to lose this person in their life, because they give them some kind of sense of fulfillment that they don't get anywhere else, or they just are scared of missing out on, and everybody has that, everybody goes through it, but you don't follow your self-preservation, your instinct for self-preservation, where it's my needs are the only thing that matter, and this person is mine and I want them forever. Maybe they don't. Learn to take the signals. And like that read, that was painful to get through, because that was so pathetic. Anyway, I think that's going to do it for me. It's been real, it's been fun, but it hasn't been real fun. Anyway, I hope everybody has a wonderful rest of the weekend. I will probably be around this week. If I can get all my homework done and, all that fun stuff, I might do a 24-hour stream sometime soon as a reward to myself. I don't know why that's a reward. It's more of a punishment, but we'll push through it together. You and me, baby. We'll get through this together. I will give you $400,000. Just talk to me, please. Just getting roasted too. Anyway, have a wonderful evening. I'll see you next time, hopefully. And yeah, just put out that positive energy. That's all. And don't do it for any reason. don't use it as a way to like get validation or anything. Just do it because it makes you feel good, to help people, or do something kind. You know, it doesn't take any energy to be good to people. But have a good night. I love you all, and see you next time.